No, it's 6:03, Missy. We're in the great state of Texas.
6:03, Judy.
All right. Let's see if Karen can. All right. So Karen's going to sign off and try to sign on again. Judy, go ahead.
Do you have everybody muted or what? Or, I didn't hear Julie. Julie's muted. Unmute Julie.
That was just me that's muted. I see it.
No.
Hello.
No.
Hi.
Hello.
I love that picture behind you.
Thank you. Annalisa painted it for me.
Cool.
It's gorgeous.
Thank you.
All right, so Judy and I are not going to use notes tonight. We say that every time, but seriously, we're not, because we didn't make any.
No, we really didn't.
The only thing that Spirit had me write down today was because Aunt Lissy asked me a question this morning about truth, about what I believed years ago and what I believe to be true now. And we discussed how as we go along on this journey, we grow and we find this knowledge, and it doesn't make what I believed years ago to be not true now, and it doesn't make what I believe today to be the only truth either. And I made the comment to her, I said, I believe that in this journey, truth is fluid. And she said, some people may have trouble with that. So I've been talking to Spirit about that most of the day. And Spirit said, what you believe in is your own truth, which is developed as you've gone through life from your parents, your friends, your coworkers, your environment. So if you've come here tonight expecting a certain outcome, we ask that you open your hearts, your ears, and your mind, and allow what you hear in this forum tonight to make you hungry for your own inner search for what is true. Because there are many truths to certain things, and because we're all connected, I believe it's the whole of everything that comes together to make the one. I'm thinking of one certain thing that we might discuss tonight, and Mom and Aunt Lissy, if you guys ask, when we start talking about certain questions, I've asked Judy to take those because I'm too close to it. Not that I'm not going to chime in, but anyway, all right. So let's get this started. Thank you guys for coming. I know that when I advertised this, I said, do worms yawn? Do crickets sneeze? And what is the physical death transition like? Do worms yawn? No. Do crickets sneeze? No. Those are all things that are done with beings that have respiratory systems. And Judy said, well, then how do crickets breathe? And of course, I asked Spirit the same thing, and Spirit showed me like a fish with gills. And I'm like, no, a cricket, not a fish. And crickets have these little holes all along the sides of their bodies that are kind of like fish gills that allow air to come in. But in order to sneeze or to cough or to burp or to hiccup, you have to have lungs. You have to have a respiratory system. And insects do not. So therefore, crickets do not sneeze and worms do not yawn. So I've wondered about worms yawning since I was 9 years old. Who knew that it would take till 2020 to get the answer? Anyway, all right. But we want you guys to ask some questions as well. Judy and I sort of rolled over a few questions that we thought might be asked or needed to be discussed, and we will visit those. But does anybody have any questions? Or Judy, do you want to start with one of the ones that we discussed?
I don't know. I'm feeling like we should
open the floor.
Open the floor and see where it's going first.
Okay.
I feel like there's something else that needs to be talked about first.
I do too. And if somebody posts a question in the chat and we don't catch it, would somebody speak up? Because,
Oh, yeah, I don't even have my chat up.
yeah,
Sorry.
so
There we go.
we're very informal here. Just speak. Somebody speak.
Okay. Yeah, I guess just put your mic on. You have it off and open
I
it.
think Judy.
I
I
know
think Judy and
somebody-
Amy are the only ones.
Is Amy on there?
Amy is here. Yeah.
I'm here. I'm just eating my dinner. I'll come live in a picture soon.
Okay.
I didn't want to miss out on anything.
Well, thank you for being here during your supper time.
I just didn't want anybody to watch me eat. You know, I'm kind of that's a personal journey.
Susan didn't mind. It wasn't too personal.
Alrighty. So who's got a question? Question about spirits?
I had the original question for Randy.
Go ahead, Ma.
Okay,
Are we talking about ghosts and spirits?
ghost. The difference
Okay.
between a ghost and a spirit.
All right, Judy, go for it.
Okay. Now there are going to be so many different answers to this, and it doesn't really matter. Everybody's got a different opinion about this. Some people believe that when someone crosses over, they're a ghost. Some people believe they're a spirit. And, you know, it doesn't really matter. It's what you believe. Some people believe that when someone crosses over and they're earthbound, like if they haven't crossed over yet, they're a ghost until they're crossed over fully, and then they're a spirit.
What would make someone not be willing to cross over?
You know, honestly, I haven't really come across anybody who was stuck. I have
Right.
not. I don't know all the answers. Nobody knows all the answers. We're not supposed to. So, now, if there is unfinished business, that might cause someone to be more active.
Based on their soul contracts.
If they, right, yeah. Or, you know, if they really are trying hard to get in touch with their family to deliver a message or whatever, you know, they might be closer in with the family and cause some disruption, and people might think they're a ghost or they're stuck. And I personally don't believe that's true. I think because of my experience, when someone crosses over, they're already into the spirit world. Once you leave your body and go into the next realm, your spirit. So I don't see a difference there. And then when it comes to a soul, you have your own particular spirit. And then the soul is the collective of spirits. And then it goes higher from there. But that's my own personal opinion. But I don't know why, Melissa, what is your opinion about ghosts and spirits? Why do you ask this question?
That was Mom that I actually asked the question. That was Sue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sue Powell.
I just wondered because I've just personally thought that maybe a ghost was someone who, like you said, could not really move over to the spiritual world, you know, cross over because of some reason or another. But a spirit is one that has and makes itself known to others. Like you and Mandy speak with spirits, you know, and so, you know, I kind of picture spirit as being ghost-like, but not ghost. But then it was when we was watching one football game or something, Mandy, I think, and you said Mama was in the living room right behind you. You said, you see Mama, you see Mama? And no, I did not see Mama. But evidently she made herself there physically. So I was just confused if there was a difference if it was what it was, or
I think, and Judy, you said this the other night, the spirit is the essence, and a ghost actually materializes for people who aren't, who can't see,
Yeah, that's right.
in the spirit realm. A ghost is going to actually physically manifest, Mom, for people who don't normally see it, energy the way that we are learning to. And when I said that, I saw her as clear as she's standing here right now wearing this red robe. I don't know where this red robe keeps coming from, Aunt Lissy.
I wonder.
But I guess that would be the difference. The ghost would be more physical, and the spirit is always spirit. The spirit is the energy of it, is the way that when Judy and I were discussing it, is the way that we heard it come from spirit.
Yeah, I forgot that came through. I forgot that came through when I was,
Like, right, and like people go to a hotel to see ghosts, and people who aren't inclined to pick up on energy, because everything is energy, we just call it different names, they may materialize, and people call that a ghost.
but I don't really like to call it ghosts.
Right.
I don't know. I get stuck with that. And of course, we don't have all the answers. We don't. No, but yeah, that did come through the other night, and I was like, wow, okay. That spirits that have they can have the ability, they have the ability to materialize, then
Right.
they're considered ghosts. But I think it's just for the human
Right.
concept of it, I don't know. Any thoughts on this?
I was just about to ask Julie.
I know Julie's gonna have a whole bunch to say. Hold
Yeah,
on a minute.
right. No.
Okay,
Spirit keeps saying Julie.
There's a thing with residual energy, though. Residual energy. Now, if someone had a traumatic life, and like I said, I believe the spirit goes onto the other side. Yes. Now, does something get stuck? Okay. This is where I see the stuckness, the residual energy. So that is actually a piece of their essence, a part of their essence coming out of them, which is all of us. Okay, wait a minute.
And Susan, yes, that is Evan.
Of them, and constantly looping, going through a loop and going over the tragedies, the event that happened that caused so much turmoil, So they have this, say someone was murdered, and they have this scene going on in their head of maybe they were doing drugs or something, and somebody came in and shot on their, who knows? So they are trapped in that loop of where they were, what they were doing, and they're constantly going over and over and over again, trying to work out that energy. So that a lot of people consider that a haunting or ghost, but it's really like residual energy that's running through, and that is a piece of the essence of the spirit.
All right,
Okay.
Julie.
Julie, go ahead. Speak.
What do you want me to say?
What? No, your
Give me your definition of ghost and spirit.
right. The difference in.
Spring break.
Spirit to me is it's your soul. It's who you they really are.
Mm-hmm.
And a ghost, I would think, is just your soul trying to appear to someone who wouldn't normally recognize the soul.
Okay, there we go. Okay.
They can't tune into the frequency yet.
Okay.
Ooh, I like how you put that. Yeah.
Yeah. And see, that's what came through the other night, that it is the spirit trying to come through and manifest. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Ed, do you have an opinion on this?
Well, it's kind of funny. I used to work years ago as an armed guard at nighttime, and I would be the only one in a building. And I didn't realize I had abilities or anything back then. And I was experiencing all kinds of paranormal from things being moved and noises, and and I could hear laughter, and I'm the only one in the building. I'm armed, so there's nobody playing no pranks or anything. So for my definition, a ghost could be somebody that hasn't crossed over. They exit the body, and for some reason they don't want to move into the light. And then spirit is somebody I feel is crossed over into light, and then they can come and visit, and around their loved ones, and
Okay.
that's my interpretation, and from my own experience.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, there's no rights or wrongs about this.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Aunt Lissy, do you have a question?
Oh, I do.
I do.
And no, but first of all, I'm trying to understand that basically what y'all saying, the difference between spirit and ghost is that a ghost may be somehow a fractured kind of spirit, okay, a residual energy. So that spirit has left some piece of itself here, looping in time in what we perceive as time. Is that what you were saying, Judy?
Yeah, that kind of, yes. In a nutshell.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
the residual energy, but still, I believe they're not really stuck. They could, I mean, the bigger part of them is spirit. They're just working through something that they need to work on. And until they raise that vibration,
or helping the individual who can see them work through something, because they're not going to just manifest. Spirit is around us all the time. There's different dimensions happening around us at all moments. I mean, it's just like whizzing by us, like we're in this highway, we're in the slow lane, and everything else is whizzing by us. And I think a ghost will appear to help maybe a loved one who is in, I'm going to say deep distress, but it's not always that, because I know that we have to have, okay.
see, there we go.
Me,
I don't like the word ghost for that.
Right.
So
I know. That's what
spirit, spirit, that's a higher vibration.
Right.
I just like to use the word spirit. I really don't like to use the word ghost.
I know. That's exactly what spirit was just telling me. So we'll backtrack that.
Is that good enough, y'all? Is that good enough for you guys?
Well, Judy,
yeah, that cleared it up. That cleared it up for me.
Clear as mud.
Judy,
okay.
I like your.
Okay, my question.
Oh.
Ed, I'm sorry, Ed, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just telling Judy I like that. I agree with that. It's somebody that needs to work through something. So the residual, yeah, I resonate with that one. Go ahead.
Yeah, I should have looked this up. I heard about, I was watching something, I don't know, a week ago or so, that when you, okay, I'm sitting in this chair. If I get up and leave, my energy is still sitting in this chair, and it'll be here for a certain amount of time. So, and it's just like spirit. When they cross over, they leave an essence behind, right? And something's clicking here. So when they leave this body, they leave this essence behind. So they're able to tap into that essence. If they're able to tap into the essence that they left behind, it's easier for them to manifest into an apparition.
That's what George did, Mandy. That's what George did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. My real question for tonight. And Mandy, if you will, ask those spirits who visit you on occasion. Now, okay, it seems to me that as people, part of our essence is the fact that we are male or female or whatever. And of course, the Orientals believe in the yin yang or the yin yang, however you want to pronounce it. I've heard it both ways. Okay, and the yin yang being an energy force. Does that energy, as part of our essence, go on, Mandy? Are the spirits that have moved on, do they still contain that essence of femininity or masculinity, or the balance of the yin yang or yin yang? Ask some of those folks you counsel with, man, because I'd really like to know.
Energy never goes away. Energy
Right.
is energy. It never goes. You can't get rid of energy. It goes from one place to another, but it doesn't.
But see, then we start talking about past lives, because energy of a female and then in a past life being male, where does that energy go? But see, that's why we're all
Carry it
one.
all
That's
in
why
your
there
soul.
is, right,
It's all in your soul.
right.
So if you could think of the soul, and then it's the spirit, and then the spirit comes into the human.
Right.
So, and then all of our spirits merge together, and we're all one. So we all have the feminine, the masculine within us.
Right.
But when that spirit comes back to visit with you or to communicate with you, Aunt Lissy, that spirit's going to appear to you as you can recall it, as you recognize it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so that yin yang thing, which always tries to balance out, but one may be more dominant than the other. So in a future life or a past life or whatever, the yin may be dominant, which would be the feminine side, or the yang may be dominant, which would be the male side. So in reincarnation, then a person could have been a male or a female in a past life, or could be one or the other in the next life. Okay, so that does travel with the soul.
Yes. Everything is held in the soul.
Okay, thank you
Yes.
very much.
Ding.
Next, Susan, you have a question?
When someone passes over, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. When someone transitions, do they know they have transitioned? Do they know that they are no longer in the physical body?
They have a period of adjustment.
And it depends on their state of mind.
Yeah, there you go.
Go ahead. I'm sorry to
Yeah.
interrupt you, but that's
No,
what
no.
you did.
No,
Nope.
you know specifically what I'm talking about, Mandy. When someone has had surgery and they're in a medically induced coma. That's what I'm talking about. And you know the circumstance.
So hours can seem like seconds in the spirit world. Okay. And so will that spirit know that they've transitioned? Yes. Because they're going to see, in the case that you're talking about, they can look down and they'll see their body. It may take them a little bit to get oriented. And when they start asking questions is when they will be enlightened, I guess, to say.
Absolutely. Yes.
And those that are connected to that vibrational energy and that can tap into it, I believe, are not alerted. What's the word I'm looking for?
Yeah, I think alerted is a good word.
I think alerted is a good word, but I think that if they are aligned, if they are calibrated to where they need to be at that moment, they will know. I mean, there's plenty, you can hear, there's stories all over where, someone will say, Uncle Henry passed away and I knew that something was going on with Uncle Henry. And, come to find out at that exact minute that they really did, that they were aligned with that energy, but sometimes they don't have the words to explain it. A lot of times they do. There's been tons of near-death experiences. Yes,
Mhm.
Mom.
Oh, I just, and you know this, that I accidentally took pills together that I wasn't supposed to take together. And it ended up putting me in a brain fog. When Mandy came, my sister, Melissa over there, called Mandy. Mandy came to the rescue, started giving me oxygen, and they took me off to the hospital. And Mandy sat with me for what, almost 2 days, huh, Mandy? And so during that time, I experienced that out of body kind of thing. And I was telling Mandy, it happened during the time that the doctors wanted to put me on a ventilator, and Mandy said no because she's liable not to come out of it or something, whatever. It was kind of like a fog that she was talking to the doctors, and I knew she was there, but I knew it was time for me to leave. And I just felt myself being lifted. It was the most beautiful, peaceful thing. And I was just lifted like this. And I was saying, goodbye. Thank you, Mandy. Goodbye. And I was just saying goodbye to everybody. But I was so at peace. I mean, I didn't see a light. I just knew I was being lifted, you know. But it was the most beautiful thing. It really, really was. But of course, it wasn't my time to go. So.
That's right, because Mama said, get back.
Get back down here. I'm not done with you yet. But yeah, Mandy was there, and she knew what kind of shape I was in, and it took us a long time to figure out what was going on. But I'd actually, I was not getting enough oxygen, and I had more carbon monoxide in my body than I did oxygen. So they was
four times the amount, and so that I knew that if they put her on a ventilator, she wouldn't come off.
So anyway, it was quite.
So, Mom, what do you believe the physical death experience is like, based on what you experienced, based on what you believe God has taught you, and what you've read in the Bible? What is your personal belief that happens when the physical body finally just quits, when we let go of this meat suit and the spirit is set free?
Right. Now, I've always believed, like the Bible said, when we die, ashes to ashes, but then your spirit or soul goes to heaven or to hell. And so I believe that was the Bible. Now, I'm positive I was headed to heaven because it was so beautiful. It was so peaceful, and I don't think if I was going to hell, it'd be that way. So, it's not much difference other than when I was being raised up, I didn't think of death and dying. I didn't think of my body going to ashes. I didn't think any of that. I was just, reveling in the awesomeness of being lifted up. So I have absolutely no fear of death, now.
No pain, right?
I really believe it's going to be a very beautiful thing when I transition,
And so you didn't have any pain, right?
No pain. In fact, that dang machine they had on me that was doing that, I was driving me crazy. I was trying to talk to you. That was gone. When I was growing up, that awful thing they had on my face was gone. Everything was gone. No pain, no nothing.
So what each individual believes happens based on their beliefs, based on their education, based on what they've read in books in the Bible, and how things have transitioned throughout their lives, is how they will experience the physical death when it finally comes time for them. Mom, that my religious background, you know that Jesus has always been my best friend. I used to believe that there was a heaven and a hell, but I couldn't quite understand how a loving God could send people who he supposedly unconditionally loved unconditionally to hell. What was the difference between them and me? And then I learned that Hitler, and we all know the horrible things that he did, that Hitler is sitting, well, not sitting, but, you know, the Bible says we go and sit, you know, at the right hand with God. That Hitler is there, that Hitler is loved and accepted, and you know, even though he did these horrible things. So, Mom, my view on heaven and hell has totally changed. I believe that based on our beliefs of what happens when we physically die, we create our own hell. We create the separation from God, maybe out of fear, maybe definitely out of our beliefs. But I no longer believe that a loving God created a hell to punish and torment people who are bad. I'd love to say, right. I'd love to say that rapists and murderers and all that are not going to be with me when I leave, but
Right.
they are.
And I thought the same thing, you know. But we're all sinners, regardless of what the sin was. We're all sinners, and I'm like you. I believe that we have a unconditionally loving God, and He's not going to send somebody to hell. Now, if somebody chooses to go to hell, then so be it. But I believe our God loves us unconditionally. We are His children. That's the way I believe. And maybe it's that belief that gave me such a peace about leaving my body. I didn't think of dying. I thought of it, oh, okay. You know, I was very accepting of it. Yeah.
Right. Right.
All right. From my experience, through my readings and through what Spirit has told me, that because all thoughts are energy, and all thoughts are created. So every thought that you've ever had is a creation. That every thought is vibrating at a different level. So all of the thoughts that we consider bad thoughts, horrific thoughts, all the experiences that are horrible by today's standards. Okay, so all these heavy, emotional, scary things, all the monsters you create that at nighttime, all these things, all these vibrations are on this lower level of vibration. Okay, and sometimes when a spirit is in the afterlife and they are just roaming through, they might happen to going through their life review. Maybe they're reviewing something horrific that happened in their life or whatever. They're resonating with this lower level of energy where all of our crazy thoughts have gone. Okay, so now this person is taking a tour through this lower level of energy, and they think it's hell because there's monsters, there's demons, there's boogeymen, there's, you know, killing and everything else going on in this lower level of energy. All these thoughts.
And they're feeling that disconnect of the love stream.
Right, because they're just taking a walk through that level. They will come out of it once you start questioning, once you start asking for help. You're given that help right away. You know, your angels are there. You have to ask for their help, of course. But just the thought of a question, like what's happening, is there something more? Just the thought of that is enough to question. You don't have to physically ask the question. And then you're raised up. But because people go through this level, this is what's considered hell. This is what they come back and say, oh, I died and I went to hell. No, you went through this level of energy. It's residue from people, even living people that are creating this. So how do we get rid of that? We can work on that, just sending that lower level of energy, just saturate it with love.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, so let's say there's a collection of this low vibration, which would be negative type energy in one particular place, say Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay, and so that attracts more of those negative type spiritual energies. So it's like a lightning rod. That things kind of collect around. If you have a lot of negative thoughts, then you are attracting negative spiritual journeyist or
Right.
demon.
You're resonating with them.
Right. Whatever your vibration is at that moment is what you attract. If you want to know what's where you are vibrationally in life, look around you. Look what happens on a daily basis. Look at the people that you interact with. If you leave the house in a bad mood, in a grumpy mood, you're going to run into a bunch of mad, grumpy people because that's what you're attracting. I talk to Karen and Susan and Judy. We talk about, setting your intention and, setting your columns of love and light. And, every day you set out to be a force of love, a stream of love. Because there's enough negativity out there in the world. You can watch the news and see that. But start looking at things that are coming your way, and stop and see where your own thoughts and emotions are at that moment, and you will see just how much of a creator you are in your own life.
But I do have to say though, I'm sorry that,
no, go ahead.
but like. It's being pounded in me about this, that there's really it's not about good or bad, evil.
That's right.
Evil. It's not. We are all here to help each other. Okay. And we're all stepping stones for another. So the judgment has to stop.
There is no good or bad. There's only experiences.
Yes. There's all, right. You don't know who you came in here as in your past life, what if you were that person?
Well, some people do.
No,
Julie.
Some people do, but you know what I mean. We all play a role. We all play a role, and we're all helping each other out here, ultimately to raise the vibration for ascension.
Susan, is Emma around?
She is. So is Stephen is here too.
Hi guys. Judy, I keep hearing that we need to talk about one of the big questions that we get asked a lot, and I'm sure Julie, you get this in yours as well, is when a loved one has transitioned and it's in a pretty catastrophic way. Did they suffer? Did my loved one suffer?
No.
Right.
No.
Judy,
no.
go.
It's automatic. Nope.
No.
Do you want me to jump in?
Please.
No.
Please.
They do not suffer. They do not suffer. Okay. The angels come and they pull you right out. You're out of your body. Your soul is out of your body. Your spirit's out of your body.
Okay, but my body is reacting. Why is my body reacting?
Because your body has, I don't know the medical terms for it, but your body reacts after death, right? You go through that rigor mortis.
I believe it's called adrenaline.
Right.
Adrenaline.
Adrenaline.
So your body goes through all the, the bodily things, the human things.
There you go. Yes, the bodily things. Those were the medical terms we used last night.
No, but no, your spirit is out of the body. It's not suffering. No, no. Now, not unless, because spirit has told me this, not unless it was contracted for them to experience the event, to experience the pain for a reason, charted, that's their own personal chart with God. Most souls do not chart, I want to go through the pain of my death. No. We see we suffer more than the person who is passing.
That's why we have funerals. They're for the living. They're not for the dead.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I like to think of if you ever, I don't know, take a hammer and hit your like finger or thumb or something, and have you noticed that there's not a instant pain sometimes? It's a delay, and then after a few seconds you start
Right.
feeling the pain. That's how I feel about the death experience. You like Judy said, unless you contract it in, you're not going to experience any pain, no matter if it's an accident or a homicide or injury that's fatal. I strongly feel that you don't experience that pain.
Right. It's just the natural body reacting to whatever trauma it's been put under.
But if the spirit is wanting to experience that pain, they take it, and it's automatically, it's like the experience is taken into their essence, and they don't carry the pain with them. It's just the knowledge of the pain.
A brief
what they might
experience.
need. Yeah, they just that experience to gain that. I mean, because we have the knowledge and we come down here for experience. But if they want to experience the pain, they're able to take that. Like, okay, now I know what this feels like.
And they release it.
Them.
Yeah.
Right. They could experience. They could release the pain, but they know the pain. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
Does anybody any next question? Who's got a question? No questions.
Come on, guys.
Emma, did you have a question?
I know Emma's got a question. Okay, you don't have to ask.
All right. She's trying to remember what her question was.
That's all right.
She said she can't remember her children's names at the moment, so she can't remember the question.
Was there a question about are mothers part of the source energy? Something like
Yes,
that.
that was me. Can
That
you
was
hear me?
Karen. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Because I'm
good to
very
see
late
you,
to the
too.
game. I was having computer issues, and I didn't know if we were supposed to stay on the death topic or anything like that. But that was me. Hi, Judy.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. I'm so glad I got in here.
So are we.
I was talking to Mandy last week because when she said we're gonna have our next thing, and all of a sudden just thinking in my head, and I probably am sure that I spoke to my mother on the phone, and Mandy knows my relationship with my mom, and there was a period of time where I can say I've always loved my mom, always, but the connection has been different since my dad's passing, and it's a reconnection, but from jumping off where it happened. And it's so fantastic that I get overwhelmed and how much I freaking love my mother. And so it just got me to thinking of, well, married me. We shared, like we shared energy. So then applying it to the energy stuff that Mandy and I will talk about, it's like, so how to our source energy, like me with my mother, or just it was just a topic I was talking to Mandy about because I was overwhelmed, gushing love over my mother.
And Judy and I discussed this last night. Go ahead, Judy.
Yes. Okay. So the way that I see it, yes, it's a contract between the child, the baby, and the mother. So their energies are merging. So the baby merges with the mother's energy, vice versa. And so, yes, they have that connection. They have that knowing of each other. So it makes total sense for you to have that connection with your mother. Life experience had to take place. You had your lessons you wanted to learn, and so that may have been why you were not as close for part of the time.
Well, because I have friends and we all had situations and we know people that either don't have a relationship with their mother in this lifetime of relationships. They don't have a relationship with their mom, or it's strained, or it's not, non-existent for whatever reason. And it's like, how does that play into the different scenarios of, that mother-child energy connection?
There's always going to be that connection there between the mother and the child, whether they're distant.
Aligned, right.
But they can always get to it. There's always that possibility of realigning.
Which is exactly what I believe happened to Karen and her mom. Not that they were ever really out of alignment. It just wasn't calibrated to the fullest. Yeah. And I believe that once and Judy and I were talking about this last night, and Jim Paul was right there with us, and Jim Paul said, I helped with that.
Whatever.
Because Jim Paul, when he transitioned, your mom was then free to calibrate and tune in even at a deeper level to you. Yes.
She zoomed up her vibration.
Yes. But as did you, because even though you think that you just you sort of cut off and put up this gate where your dad was concerned, she's part of that energy as well. So you actually cut yourself off from your mother as well. But now that's gone. That whole thing is gone, and it's a more free relationship with both of them. So now we're just working on your brother.
Oh Lord.
But whatever happened earlier on needed to happen to get you to where you are now.
Right. 100%.
Jim
Paul says that was me.
Because you're feeling that alignment now that's saying, okay, whatever issues you had in the past, they were there for a reason. You had to learn something, and as a family collectively, you all had to learn and grow together. And then what more validation do you need that you're on track, that reconnecting with your mother again, that's showing that alignment, so everything's on track, right, Mandy? Okay.
Sorry, we have a puppy situation. Sorry. Julie, I'm interested to know your opinion in the mother-child connection and how it evolves. Well, and okay, so it depends on the soul contract as well, because there are some children who choose to not have a relationship with their parents, or later in life decide to try to sever that, although they can never truly do that. I'm interested to know your opinion in that.
Okay. I think a mother and child, they do have that bond because their energies are they're so close together. And I mean, you're growing the life inside of you. So of course you've made that contract, you have that bond, and you've kind of made that imprint on each other. Even if you would give that baby away for adoption, if that's part of the contract, there is still that link and that connection there. There's so many people that still search for that. Even though you have wonderful parents that adopted you, you're still missing that link and that piece. How you feel? She's nodding.
No, I got you. I'm
Right,
trying to figure
yeah.
out why. I'm trying to figure out why Spirit told me to ask you that, and now I know why. So okay, all right. I
Well,
was adopted. So okay. Does anybody else have any comments, questions, or?
I've got to say, Mandy, you know me, I will turn everything into a laughing moment. But
Do it.
Julie, thank you. Certainly a mother and child, she carrying the child, they do share energy for a good long time in the womb and as well as the child rearing years. But I had a thought, Judy, that the father was there, but his residual energy is all the child has to tap into. I'm sorry, I couldn't let that one go.
That was great.
Yeah, all his residual.
Oh, that was funny.
Oh,
Oh my.
Ed, you didn't. You turned a little red there.
I did.
Sorry, Ed. I'm sure you're a wonderful father.
Well, of course, the fathers are in that merging as well, you know. So we can't leave the fathers out.
Right, because there are some children who have deeper connections with the father than they do the mother.
Very true.
So, do I hear you shuffling?
Perhaps.
Okay.
Are we getting?
All right.
Are we getting cards?
Well, yes. I think we are. Does anybody else have any questions or comments or opinions? Judy, are you pulling for the collective or are you pulling for an individual?
For the collective of this group right now.
Ooh, this is an eclectic group. I'm interested to see what comes of that.
Okay.
Can I say something else quick too? Just we all come through with soul contracts with basically our soul family. Every life we're in, we travel in these circles and have these connections with people. So whether you're related or non-related, if you have made that connection with the person through your soul contract, they're part of your soul family.
Oh,
It's gonna come along in your life in some way or form. It could be just for 5 minutes, but you'll feel that connection with them as well.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes. Yes. For sure. For sure. All right. All right. We're all waiting. I'm going to look at my notes because Judy and I did.
Oh, wow.
I'm not reading that. What?
Okay. Well, the Oracle card is higher power. Isn't that interesting? So we're all here. We're all here today to expand our minds and to understand more about who we are spiritually. So these cards are telling me that, you know, I feel like everybody here has an open mind, and you know, because here's the page of Pentacles, and you're all willing to put yourself out there to learn, to grow, and to ask those questions, and to feel to feel spirit working through you. I think collectively, this whole group that's here together is turning, it's just like a new level coming up for each of us. No matter where you are, there's a new level coming up, and we're all working at our own speed. There's no such thing as space and time in the grand scheme of things. So there's no race, there's no hurry. You are where you are for a reason. Don't ever beat yourself up. Accept who you are. Love who you are.
Be kind to yourself.
Definitely be kind to yourself. Love who you are, and where you are, because you can't get more until you accept and love who you are now.
Ooh, wait, repeat that. You can't get more until you love and accept yourself where you are now.
Right. So
Yeah.
the thing is patience. The thing that's coming to me right now is patience. Everybody needs to have a little bit of patience.
Well, try kitty wrangling and you'll have plenty of patience.
We all have it within us to take our time, and because if you, I'm feeling like some of us are trying to hurry too fast to evolve, and there's going to be some critical stages that are going to be missed. Okay, so just have patience with yourself and grow.
And I think that's when we try to control it. I think that's when we try to control it instead of allowing it to flow.
Yes, right. And you'll know when you're on track, because it's going to feel easy. If it's starting to feel hard or some resistance coming up, that's like you're pushing yourself too hard, or maybe you're not pushing yourself enough. But we're all evolving at the rate we're supposed to, and coming into alignment with our soul. So you're everybody here is wanting to come into alignment with their soul, whether you even realize it or not. That's why you're here. That's why you're questioning. That's why you're on
That's right.
calls like this. It's because your soul is yearning to get in alignment with your higher selves. So have patience with that. You're on track. It might feel like you're in the beginning stages, like the page, but you're not, because there's the King of Cups in reverse. So have patience, because it's there, and the alignment is right there with the Two of Cups. So it's coming into being, for all of us to be where we're supposed to be. And your level of consciousness, it's not going to look like anybody else's. So I'm not going to look like mine is not going to look like Mandy's or Julie's or Ed's or Susan's. Everybody's is going to look differently, but it's supposed to be different, because we need to elevate each other. It's like building a pyramid and raising up the level little at a time. Okay, we all can't be on the same page, the same level, and we're all important. Levels is just a way of the human mind trying to figure this out. It's no competition. One level is not better than the other. They just are. So we're just working on ascension, and we're all going to get there with patience. Enjoy the journey. Okay.
Enjoy the journey. Yes.
Enjoy the journey.
Enjoy every moment.
Yes, indeed.
Is that our last card?
That's for that. How much time do we have? I'm gonna give you each one card, and this
go for it.
Okay, this is like your focus for the month. This is what I'm hearing. This is your focus for the month. So I'll just do it quick, and then you can sit with spirit and see what it says to you. Okay, Mandy, yours is poised. You're poised and ready. What are you going to do with it?
Oh.
That's your message. Okay, so
3, 2,
Melissa,
1. I'm gonna jump.
okay, Melissa, yours is serendipity. This is where luck, good fortune, and alignment all come into being, like haphazardly. So things are just going to start falling into place for you this month. Okay, so believe it when it happens. Jump on board with that. Ed, message in a bottle. So you got some great news coming this month. Okay, so keep it. You keep an open mind and you keep that positive outlook, because you are going to get that message in the bottle that's going to be amazing for you. Okay, just keep that vibration high and watch for that bottle. Oh, wait, where's it coming from? I'm feeling paper. I'm feeling paper actually. So I'm wondering if you're going to get something physical, some kind of paper saying some kind of good message. And that's not going to be your only message. I feel there's going to be many messages. I actually encourage you to, every time you get a message of good news, to jot it down, because you're going to be surprised at how many good messages come through for you this month.
Cool.
Everything's coming
Okay.
together.
Okay, Julie. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Okay, stop thinking that you have to hurry up and do something. You know, things work at their rate, at their time. There's no such thing as space and time. So stop trying to control time. Okay, things are going to work out the way they're supposed to, when they're supposed to. You're right on track. You're right on track. Pay attention to that. Okay, so next time you feel rushed or hurried or like you have to do something, like, whoop, wait, it's going to happen when it's supposed to. That's not saying just give up, like just don't give up, but you know, when you feel like you're pushing against, when you feel that resistance, that's when you have to ease back a little bit. Okay, just you don't want the friction. Jamie, round and round. What's going round and round with you, Jamie?
Besides his mind.
Round and round, round and round, round and round. Okay, so, all right, so this month is probably, okay, it's going to be something like the last month. Okay, what is this? So let's go from, what is today's date?
January 15th.
15th. Okay, January 15th. So from December 15th, you know, from that month. Now this month is going to be like last month for you. Something's going to be round and round. Which way? Is it? Ooh. Kind of. I'm not sure. I don't know if that's me putting that in there. I kind of feel like it's work, but I'm not sure if that's me putting it in there. I don't know if you feel repetition there. I don't know. I kind of feel like that was my own self putting that in there. Anything about work. But see where that is. See what's circling around. And if you find that repetition happening, just have patience with it, because I think things will switch up the month after. Actually, let me see something here. Yeah. You know what? Okay. Yeah, don't let it get you down. Don't let it get you down the round and round. So something's happened that you don't want to happen, that's happening again. Don't let it get you down right there. It'll pass. It'll pass. Just have patience with it. Send it some love.
Don't make a permanent decision based on an emotional response.
Yeah, very good. All right, Sue, clean it up. Sue pal, clean it up. All right, what is it? There's something that you need to take care of this month, that you've outgrown, that's not serving you. It's time to clean it up and get rid of it. Okay? There's something there. You know what it is. I don't know what it is.
And it's not your computer chair.
Aaron, blessed. You know how blessed you are and you don't realize it? You don't know how blessed you are. So this month, your thing is to write down every day, how are you blessed? And you have to make a note of it. You know what? I kind of feel like you do some kind of writing now, but this is saying you do?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. but this is saying that you don't realize how blessed you are.
Ooh, got it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, Susan. Okay. Okay, which Susan is this? Susan, who's on the phone.
Friends.
Okay. No, not Bren's. The other Susan. There's another Susan.
That's Susan Parent. She has her audio off. Susan Parent.
Okay, yes. Okay. Susan Parent. Okay, come to the edge. Come to the edge. But okay, this is saying this is not a time to take risks. Okay? This month is not a month to take risks. So there you go. I'm going to leave it at that. Think before you leap. Just don't jump. Don't jump. Just sit with it. Sleep. You know, if something comes up, sleep on it. Don't give an answer until the next day. Okay. Here's Susan Brent. Building blocks. Okay, you have a good foundation going on. Oh, what's going on? What's going on? Hold on. All right, there's something building. There is some good foundation going on. And what is this? What are you looking for? You're looking for something, you're reaching for something, and you're not real. Okay, you have a firm foundation underneath your feet. And I'm seeing that you're trying to grab at things to add to your foundation that are not necessary. That this foundation that you have is secure, and you need to believe and trust in that. Okay. Really, I don't think Spirit's telling me that you're not getting it. You're not getting it. You have a firm foundation. Work from there. Work from that firm foundation. All right.
Okay.
I think if you sit with this and really get real with yourself, you'll see what this firm foundation is. It's going to take you a couple weeks to realize, though. Why? I'm not sure what's going on with you, but I feel like there's something going on, and you're just feeling like your foundation is crumbling, and you shouldn't be feeling like that.
So she's questioning what she already knows?
Absolutely. She's questioning
Okay.
what she already knows. Yes. And I think
Makes
it's not going to like sink in for a couple weeks. Like, oh my gosh, now I understand. I hope you understand that, because I really don't understand it myself.
I 100% understand it.
Okay. Amy. Not for you. Let go of what's not for you. Okay? If you've outgrown something, let it go. All right? So this is just let things go that are not for you. I can see something that you're holding on to as well. That it's just like, when you take that first bite of the first bite of an orange that's kind of sour, and you're eating more and more and more, trying to get to the sweet spot. You keep trying to get to the sweet spot of this sour orange, and it's not happening. So you need to just let it go. There's some things that need to be cleared out of your life right now that you can move away from. Okay.
Okay.
I feel like there has been a question in your mind, if something is for you or not for you, and I feel like it's not your responsibility. It's not yours. So you shouldn't take it on. Okay. I think it's going to be a theme throughout the month. It's going to be a theme, because you know what? You have a hard time saying no, don't you? So
no.
You don't have a hard time saying no?
Oh no. Oh no. No.
Okay. Check yourself.
I live a very different life now because I say no, and I have boundaries now.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful.
It's a very different life.
All right. Check yourself though to make sure that there's something not there that you're still not saying no to.
It's
That is
possible, of
something
course.
you don't need. Just be aware of
Mhm.
that. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Karen. Wait. So.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Oh.
We're trying to get her video working. Go ahead.
It's not working. I wasn't meant to be seen, I guess.
No, come
Okay.
on now.
Were you here the whole time now?
I got here about 15 minutes ago.
Okay.
We're so glad you're here.
Thank you. I've been listening to everybody real quiet. I feel invisible.
No, you're not. We'll do some test Zooms later this week so that next time we're good to go.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Karen. This explains perfectly why your camera's not on tonight. Because
It wasn't meant to be.
it wasn't, because you're dealing with things that need mending that you're not allowing to mend. So, and
Ooh.
it see how that came in a form as your video not working. You're not connecting right here because you're not allowing the connection to happen. You're not allowing the connection to happen. You're not allowing the healing to happen. Sometimes we just have to look at things from a higher perspective to allow healing. The Spirit's asking you to take a step back a little bit to allow some healing. Okay?
I'll embrace that.
Okay. Thank you. Did I get everyone?
No, I think you forgot Ed. And where did Allison go?
No,
I
she
think I
got, yeah, she got me already.
Oh, she did?
Oh,
I don't know.
Message in a bottle.
Oh, that's right. Sorry,
I'm-
sorry.
Sorry.
so there was Allison here. So Allison's not here.
Yeah.
I think Allison left. I don't
Yeah,
see
she
her.
left.
Scared. I
She
scared
did.
her
She did.
off.
She
Oh,
didn't want
no.
to be read. All right. Does anybody have any questions, comments, questions about the cards, questions about anything that's been said tonight?
I want to thank Judy for the individual readings and the collective reading that she did. Thank you very much, sweetheart.
Welcome. Thank you. I hope it was helpful
She-
to you all.
She's good at those.
Agree. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. No other spirit questions. No other burning questions, Mom?
Why is the sky blue?
It's not. It's every color but.
Okay. All right. Well, I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
And
Thank
if y'all think of questions in the meantime, post them and we will do our best to visit and get them answered for you.
Absolutely.
Julie, you have question, comment, critique?
No, I
See,
just wanted to thank you.
Julie does this all the time. So when I saw her on here, I was like, oh, okay. So
I don't
Julie-
have live interaction like this though.
Do you all know Julie? Do you all follow Julie and Debbie when the Soul Twins?
they're the
I
soul
do.
twins.
Yeah. Soul
Thanks,
Twins, they
guys.
do soul journey healing sessions that are amazing.
Okay.
If you want to work through some old stuff, oh my gosh, they're the ones to see, guys.
Aw, thanks.
They are
Work
amazing.
through and get rid of.
I've had a
Yes,
couple
yes,
sessions
yes.
already, and it really helps.
All right, guys, thank you so much for being here. I hope everybody had fun. I hope that everybody got to ask what they wanted to. If you didn't, if you want to send us a message, like I said, we'll be more than happy to.
And I'm sure we're going to be doing this again in a few weeks.
Yes.
And you guys,
Yes.
we keep it casual here. We really keep it casual. So
I love
I like how everybody can interact and just be yourself. What is this noise? What are you doing, Mandy?
I'm not doing anything. That's Molly.
Signing off from Houston.
All right, guys. We love you guys.
Yeah, good to
Y'all
see
have a
you.
Buddy.
Good.
great rest
Y'all
of your
have a good
evening.
evening.
And
Have a nice
stay
night.
tuned.
Bye, y'all.
All
Thanks,
right.
guys.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye. Good night. Thanks.